Well, I can't think of a better way to follow up the story about the NFL than to talk to a former NFL player, Mr. Pete Koch, formerly of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders, and also the founder of Fast Fitness. Pete, always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Don.
Now, we've got a couple of things here on the desk. They look like they might have come out of a butcher shop or something. I know you're not a meat dealer. What are we looking at here?
Well, these are a couple models that I think are very useful in helping to really destroy some myths that people have about strength training. Because really, when we're trying to lose fat, trying to feel better and get more physically fit, strength training is of paramount importance.
Okay.
And what people think, typically women more so, is that if I lift anything bigger than a pink or yellow dumbbell, then I'm going to get muscle bound. And it's hardly the case. And just to illustrate that, here is an exact model, really in terms of color and everything, of 5 pounds of human fat.
Okay.
It's even got the little vasculated areas.
Okay. And
you can see it's not very attractive. It's kind of bumpy. Here's the exact same weight. Here's 5 pounds of skeletal muscle.
Okay.
It's important to note, it's much smoother.
Right. And
very importantly is that this muscle tissue is actually 13% smaller by volume. So if you could swap them, and we can't, they're separate tissues, but if you can get rid of some fat, 5 pounds, and add 5 pounds of muscle, the scale would say the same, but you'd actually be, in some respects, 13% smaller, denser physique.
Well, it's noticeably smaller even in these models.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are concerned that if I'm doing exercises that will build muscle, and of course the corresponding cardiovascular benefit is you're losing some fat, you're actually going to, even though you might weigh the same, have a much more leaner approach. Exactly
right. And if somebody's the typical approach that's really not by far and away not the best way to go is just do steady state cardio. That person go to the gym and get on the elliptical trainer, or kind of walk on maybe a little incline on the treadmill, or ride the bike, or take a step class. But the reality is you'll never gain any of this muscle tissue, which makes you move better, feel better, look better. You might lose a little bit of the fat tissue in the process, but you're guaranteed to lose a little bit of the muscle tissue as you go. But if you strength train in conjunction with your cardiorespiratory training, now you're getting the most benefit by far and away. And understand that this tissue right here really doesn't burn any calories. This tissue right here is very thirsty for calories.
Interesting. So for those folks who are like, just to reiterate, they go to the gym, they hit on the elliptical. In addition to that, they should do some weight training to obtain the lean muscle and, of course, help get rid of the fat.
Right, so that you can end up with a smaller, denser physique. You want to strength train. You also want to make your body certainly stronger and also elevate your resting metabolism. This was calorie thirsty. You want to get stronger, feel better, burn more calories throughout the day, and subsequently that'll help you lose the fat.
For more information about Pete Koch and Fast Fitness, go to PeteKoch.com. Pete, always a pleasure having you in the program.
Yeah, thanks, Don.